Hello everybody and welcome back to competitive multiplayer. So we have a serious amount of work to do. It's also getting extremely exciting, extremely competitive, because in just a couple of episodes time we're going to be selling all of our silage. Some of it we're making today, some of it we already have. It's been sat in a pile to sell. In fact there's a pile over there, a stack, but that's just one of our stacks. We're going to have so many bales in total, it's going to be incredible. So yes, in a few episodes time we're going to be making lots and lots of money from silage, like a ridiculous amount of money. It really comes down to today though, we must get all those bales produced. We also have all the straw, which needs to be windrowed and baled. That's not a priority though, definitely not. Also, we have the eggs. Now the eggs are currently at their best price. In fact, I think they might have just started to decrease. It's still the best they could ever be. It's extremely good. So I'm hoping the bakery is going to take a lot of them, but it probably won't take all of them, in which case we'll have to take the rest to Joker, which is the other sell point for eggs. So I just don't know when we should do that, because yeah, the price is going down as we speak, but it's going down very slowly. Probably like £1 an hour. It would make sense to just do it now. I think I will finish this field because we are almost done. We've got such a big windrower, we can cover so much ground in such a tiny period of time. And actually the grass is already regrowing. So as soon as it's all been cleared, it'll be ready for fertiliser. But yeah, one step at a time. And also, maybe we don't want to have some, well I say this every time actually, we do want to have so much grass because silage is probably one of the best ways to make money. If only I could find a different way of doing it. Maybe we should, now we've got loads of fields, maybe we should get a pit and start filling a pit instead. That would work. The reason why the pit didn't really work initially is because we just had a small amount of land and it really wasn't worth it. Right, I'll finish this field, then we'll sort out the eggs and we'll go and sell them. Right, so we have, I think, 2 more fields to windrow. I've already done some in the previous episode, so a lot of the focus is going to be on the baling itself. But where have I put my trailer? Oh yes, my trailer must be over in the new fields, where we took the trees down. So I'll go and grab it, but yeah, we've got another pallet or so which has spawned. We've got already a massive stack. Oh yeah, we also have this field of wheat, is it? Although the worker is going to fail miserably, I'll still set it off because it's just going to be worth it. Anything is better than nothing. I'll just probably try and get it to go straight up the centre somewhere. Every little bit that's done whilst I'm doing something else is progress. Okay. Hopefully if I set it off here, it won't get too confused. Maybe that is a bit too close to the yard. Oh no, it's changed direction. That's perfect. Okay, we'll hope for the best. Let's grab the trailer. We'll also have to bring the grain trailer over to the combine. It'll probably be full when we get back, so, well, if it is, that's great. That field's all done. That'll be the first one that we bale, because that's where the baler is. Here's the trailer, and that canola field is not ready yet. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to do the weeding in that field. It needs to do the spraying. Well, if we don't get around to it, it doesn't matter too much because we'll be making so much money from the silage. I'd much rather get all of the bales done today so the fermentation process can start, because then we can sell them all together when the price is at its best. Now I have just told the Massey Ferguson tractor to go to the baler because we can get this tractor to drive to the store for us, to the sell point I should say, and then we can hopefully start baling with that. I think that tractor does have enough power. Right, that is full as suspected and it's doing a good job. A very good job. So we'll just, well, I better bring the grain trailer across first. I'll drop this trailer off over here. Then we can load them up by hand. Okay, the time has come to build the storinator. I think Chainsaw already has one. It's a low-cost storage solution, 300,000 litres. Impressive, but it wants to be somewhere flat. This is flat, but I've got bales there, so that doesn't really help. It would actually go perfectly there. In that case, I better shift the bales. I don't know why this is happening recently. For the last 2 episodes, the trailer has been moving into the combine as it's been unloading. It's very bizarre. It's ever since the update. That update seems to have triggered a few weird issues. The same with the bales themselves. So yeah, we need to somehow get off each other. There we go. Well, kind of. Yes, I think we're pretty much free. Just the rear end. What a nightmare. Okay. Yeah, because the price isn't very good at the moment for wheat. We also do need to keep some wheat for the chickens. So I think, yeah, we'll just try and build it over here. We probably do have other areas where we can build it. Just trying to think. We do have fairly flat land. This is probably the most uneven. But as I've already paid to have this flattened over here for the silage pit, it would be a shame not to use it. We might build another silage pit, but probably not here. Probably much closer to the sell point. Should be a full load here. Exactly a full load. And when I unload them in just a second, it doesn't matter if they all tip over, because we can just auto load them again. Nice. They just don't want to go into one of these swaths, so I'll just very carefully slide it across and lower it. Good, that's good. Construction, silos, storinator. Hopefully we don't have any issues, like it floating really badly. Well, it's built. Any issues? I think actually that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's very good. Lovely. Right, we can get this trailer emptied, then load the eggs up onto the trailer, the flatbed trailer, then send this on its way to the bakery, and after that we can start to do the baling. Right, just change the way we're tipping. It's a very slow way of doing it out the trapdoor. But we do need to do it like that for the feeding of the chickens, because it just doesn't seem to work otherwise. Yeah, the combine's going to be full any second. I probably shouldn't have tipped underneath the chute. Well, the tractor is on its way. That trailer can't strap egg pallets. It's a Bale trailer, so hopefully nothing falls off. And yeah, I'm just going to take the eggs into the sell point myself. I think it's almost certain that it won't accept most of those because it's the bakery. It has a limit, so the rest can be then taken further north to Joker. But it begins. We can change the bale size. We have to go to 150 for the silage bales. Sadly, we can't do them at 180. They're too big for the wrapper, I think. That must be the reason why. But yeah, it begins. Hooray! Or I should say it continues, actually. We have already produced many bales. Here is bale number 1. So I must keep an eye on the worker as it stops. Oh, what's it doing? Just whatever you do, don't tip over. It seems to be still working. Good. So that... Ah, yes, of course. The first bale will not wrap. I believe it was started as a straw bale. So that one can just be sold as it is. But all the ones from now onwards will be wrapped. Let's just make sure. Yep, perfect. And automatic drop is enabled, so they can just keep dropping off the back. Nice and easy. And because this field was rowed up with the massive windrower, there's only a few swaths to do. So it won't take long. And it's going to produce each bale incredibly quickly. There's so much grass in each swath. Well, I don't know if any have fallen off. It looks a bit emptier than it was before, but they might have just closed up. There would have been a big gap between them. Right, so there was already an egg pallet here. I always struggle to find the actual trigger at this place. Actually, what I could do is press F5, because that should reveal the trigger. So it looks like it is this orange box, so they are pretty much in it. Maybe... is it full? Ah, I think they're too low. Okay. Oh no, it's saying 0, so it's full. It's at capacity. Okay, let's just turn the F5 back off. It's causing a bit of lag. So yes, it needs to continue its journey to Joker. Luckily the price is very similar, there's not really much in it. And the price is over £4,000 for every 1,000 litres. I've just stopped the combine driver because obviously it's costing money. It's just sat there waiting for the trailer. It's already done quite a lot though, it's been very helpful. Oh, there's the next one. They are flying out the back. I'm just so pleased that I don't have to pick all these up with the telehandler or a front loader because it would take forever. We can just pick them up with the auto-loading trailer. So how much do we have left? Just 3 swaths left to do, we're about halfway. Then we can take this back to the main farm and we'll do the big field. Oh, actually there is that small one. Mustn't forget the small field. We'll do that on the way back. And that is this field finished. Very nice. Okay, let's just head back over here. So it looks like we've arrived. We can now sell all of these in one big load. Again, the pallets have shifted, but I don't think we've lost any. If we have lost any, then I'm sure we'll see them. Because I think if we're anywhere lost, it was actually on the first stretch, which we cover all the time. So, yep, they're going. They're selling. This is going to be a nice big lump sum. Very, very nice. 51,000 plus what we already had at the bakery. So yes, I need this tractor desperately. We need to get it back to the farm. So we'll just tell it to go to the farm. And yes, I think a few people were confused why I don't use the other job options. Hang on, what's happened? I can't seem to cycle. Probably doing something wrong. Yeah, I just like to use the go-to one. I was just looking at the used machinery sales, and there is another tractor in it. It's a bit on the small side. The 5S, £36,000. We could max out the horsepower, but it does still seem a bit small. I think if we were wanting to get something, it would be a bigger tractor than the New Holland. But it's nice that there is one there. We could just go and buy it, because it would be also very useful just for carting and transporting things. Because I always said, if we're going to buy more machinery, we should buy it used, because then the depreciation isn't as significant, and of course the purchase price in the first place isn't as high, so maybe it is worth just snapping it up, and then we can use it to transport things backwards and forwards. Because actually, yes, today is a perfect example. That tractor was carting. I'm doing this, but I needed another tractor to take the trailer over to the combine, which I didn't have, so maybe I should get it. It will still have a resale value. It won't be much, but actually, which one is more horsepower? This one or the drop nose? Because that can be as much as 145, not for that price though. And this one is 170. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty small. I think it comes down to the price when it's had the maximum size horsepower engine put into it. If it's significantly more than 36,000, then it's probably not worth it. I'll just finish this and then we'll take a look. We've deposited 3 bales from here. That's 3 more bales. That's going to be a few more £1,000. How much would it be? Let me just think very quickly. I think if I was to have a guess, that would probably equate to about £3,000 or £4,000. I don't know for sure. We've just about made it up the hill. I think this tractor needs repairing. Yes, it does. Anyway, as I said, we need to have a look at that tractor in the sale. How much is it? 145? 56. Okay, no. I think that is probably not worth it. I want to put the Pottinger on the New Holland. Just empty the combine, then the worker can finish off this side, but the rest of the field we'll just finish off next time, because I need to put all of my effort now, 100%, into windrowing and baling. We must make those silage bales. It's so important. Just waiting for the New Holland to return. Oh, it's doing that thing again. The trailer literally just grabbed the combine and stuck to it. I don't know what's going on. Has anybody else had this issue since the update? It definitely never did this before. Okay, I guess the worker didn't want to do it. Well, not to worry. The Massey Ferguson is off to do another field. 2 more to row. And meanwhile, I'm going to do this field over here. We must get it baled. So I know it's a bit repetitive, but it's going to be worth it. Because when we see that money come in the bank account, we're going to be extremely excited, because it's going to be hundreds of thousands of pounds. I'm just pleased there's not very many swaths. We can just go up and down a few times, and then we're done with this field. That's this field almost finished. That's a lot of bales. Probably in the region of 28, on top of the 28 that we already have here. I did actually set the Massey Ferguson off on a worker with the windrow. I don't know what it's done. Maybe made a terrible mess. But if it has done a good job, that's going to save us a great deal of time. These bales are just coming thick and fast. Absolutely flying out the back. Oh wow, it has pretty much done it all. So whilst the tractor is driving across, this one here, we will just tidy things up a bit. Yeah, we've got a few bits here and there. Nothing significant at all. So we shall tell it to go to here. But the big field is done. That's the most important thing. So I can now... Oh, actually, it hasn't done all of that side. It's done that piece over there, though. It's done the bulk load of it. But it's still left us with a fair chunk. Still, better than nothing. It looks neatish, the bit that it has done. I guess it was the tree island that's made it quite complicated for it. I might as well go around the headland. This area is just difficult. It's not ideal. Ah, yes, it hasn't even done this piece, so we will just go around a full lap. But it's done a bit. It's definitely been helpful. Well, here is the New Holland. I've tied it up in... well, mostly tied it up in the time it took to drive that across. We just need to come back around once and finish off that side. But otherwise, yeah, that's done. And this tractor needs to go to the final field, which thankfully is the second smallest. I mustn't ever say it's the smallest because we have the smallest one in that new plot, which we've already done. But it is fairly small. I can't remember if I've rode it or not. I don't think I have. But that is done. That is all rode. So, switch that off, fold it up, and off you go to 101. Right. So, we continue. It looks like we do need to repair a few things. The repair gauge is not looking too healthy. Not too sure if that's the tractor or the baler, but either way, yes, it needs to be fixed. Whatever it is. Looks like we're still going to produce another 15-20 bales off this field. It's a serious amount of baling for one episode. And that is this field mostly finished as well. I do just have a few missed bits to get. But you can see how many bales we have. Loads and loads of bales. Right, so we've got a few blocks over here. It's basically everywhere the baler filled up, and then I missed a bit. Hopefully the windrower has done a good job over in that final field. Okay, that's sufficient. That's looking very clean. Well, cleanish. That's a load more bales to add to the bales that we've already produced. So yeah, this last field is not big. We should be able to just get it done really quickly. I can see the tractor on the minimap. It looks like it has made it across to the other side. That's great to see. I wouldn't be surprised though if there is a bit that it hasn't done. It's not the easiest field. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not done that piece. So we'll just do all of this first of all. That'll clear things up a bit. And then we can windrow that piece. Which, when it's windrowed, will be nothing at all. But yeah, this will finish it. I will have baled every single field of grass in this episode. That is a serious amount of silage. And on top of what we already have, there's the other massive stack over there. It's going to be extremely interesting. I should probably check the price for silage. It's increasing 548. It really is increasing. Wow. December, oh, that's next month. Well, I'm not too sure if, well, those ones can be sold next month. The ones that are ready. But these will probably be January. But looking at it, January is only ever so slightly down. So we're still going to be doing super well out of it. It's going to be great. Well, one thing's for sure, I wish there was a bale counter in multiplayer, because it'd be showing a very interesting figure. Right, let's hope we can finish with almost an empty baler. Although with the amount of bales that we have already, it's not like we need more. Every single one is 5,500 litres. That's several £1,000s worth. Okay, this is the final bit. It looks like we can certainly get another one, and then maybe a half. It's pretty good. Just a tiny bit left to put in. So that is the final bale that we're going to produce today. Next episode is going to be extremely interesting because we will be selling the big piles, and then, yeah, the time after that we'll be selling everything that we've baled today. It's going to be incredible. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I will just bale this piece in front of me. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.